Hello, my name is Gerald and I want to thank you so much for showing up today. In these videos, I will always speak directly to you and never ask anything of you. Alright, so you guys are probably sitting there. That is, if you watched that last video about my oil stock investment in Chevron and Exxon, you're probably sitting there like, Gerald, you freaking called it. Look at this. We all just made 11.6% in a day. That is if you followed what I was doing. And again, this is nothing on this channel or in this video is ever financial advice. So please do not take it as such. This is purely my opinion. I'm speaking to you freely, I guess. Not financial advice. So yeah, that's what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking I'm a genius, right? A couple weeks after I picked this stock, it pumps up 11.6% right on time. You know, I just predicted it beautifully, right on time. Okay, that's not true, guys. This has nothing to do with our play. Likely the reason that the stock went up so much is because of the vaccine that they came out with or whatever. So it has nothing to do with our play about low oil prices. You can see that also oil prices here, they did pump up a little bit today, 6.51%. So oil prices did go up too. But also this is crude oil. So this isn't like a refined oil or anything like that. So you have to think, okay, these are processors. Oh, like these people are going to process the oil that are buying it right now. So it doesn't necessarily mean that demand is even increased at all for oil. And it makes sense that demand hasn't increased because you can't just snap your fingers once you have a vaccine and all of a sudden the demand for oil just goes crazy and it returns to previous levels. It doesn't happen like that. It's going to take years before we see oil demand back at previous levels. So I think this is a load of crap, honestly. I don't think this is real. I think this is just getting people getting excited and greedy. Because you think about it, how long is it going to take to distribute this vaccine to the point at which COVID is no longer an issue in the US? It's going to take years. Literal years, at least 1 year, let's say that. But it's going to be a long time. So this pump in oil prices, it's all fake, man. It's exaggerated. It's based on greed. And especially when you look at Chevron with this 11.6% increase in a day. And it was even up to like 13.5% earlier today. Actually, that's when I sold it. Okay, that brings us to my next point. Okay, this is what you have to decide now. You have two options. So first of all, you can just keep on the same path, wait for demand for oil to go back to pre-COVID levels and still make that 20 to 40% as we talked about. Or alternatively, you could just sell it now, make that 11% profit, and then wait for oil prices to go back down. So as I just said, I chose to sell it. I made 15% total, which is awesome. And now if oil prices do go back down a substantial amount, I'll buy back in and play that original play that I was going to do. But if oil prices just continue to rise and Chevron just continues to rise without dipping before it does so, then I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to sit back, enjoy my extra money, and then I'll have a little bit extra money for the next thing I decide to go in on. So that's really the decision that you have to make right now. I don't think either decision is a bad one because I am very, very confident that in the next couple years, oil prices and Chevron and Exxon and all those oil stocks along with it will go back up, with the exception of some of the smaller ones or the more leveraged ones, the ones that might actually go under if oil prices don't go up soon enough. So if it's a large oil company, then I think it's very likely that as oil prices start to go back up, as demand goes back to normal, these big oil companies will be pulled up with it. So make your decision now. Do you want that quick 12% gain, which could feel pretty good? Or do you want to hold out and try to hit that goal that that exit point that we planned for? And again, nothing in this video is financial advice. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. But I had to give you guys an update on what happened with this investment. Again, this isn't something I predicted. I'm just looking at what happened and I'm trying to take advantage of it. And so hopefully what I'm saying is true, and that oil demand is not there yet, and that this little pump is just based on greed and speculation, and Chevron stock's gonna drop back down, maybe even back to this like 71, 72 level, and I can buy back in, and I'll be able to buy even more Chevron stock than I could before. But if not, if it keeps driving up, that's okay. I missed out on a little bit of an opportunity, but there are always more opportunities. We just got to find them. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.